We've been trying to get a grab now for about 40 minutes. Apparently nobody's working at 4 o'clock in the morning. It is 5 o'clock in the morning today, and we have a flight at 9 a.m. departing for the Gili Islands. We are so exhausted. We only got like, I don't know, 2-3 hours of sleep last night. But I'm gonna sleep on the grab, and then we're gonna get some lounge food so that we can get through today. I actually don't think I ever showed you the room. Anyway, this is the bathroom. Obviously we've used it, so it's not like in perfect condition. And this is the bedroom. We are heading to the airport, but I'm trying to find a grab. But it's kind of hard at 5 o'clock in the morning. We've been trying to get a grab now for about 40 minutes. Apparently nobody's working at 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning. But we did just find a guy who was in a scooter, and he went in a scooter to go grab a car, and he's hopefully coming soon. Anyway, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna make it to the airport by 9, and we're gonna make it to the Gili Islands. Hello.
So we have finally made it to the airport. Now it is time to go through domestic port of customs.
Yeah. We've made it through security, and now we're in the lounge. I think we caught someone on a little bit of a bad day because she literally saw us with like our tripod, and she's like, that can't go carry on. And I was like, is that just for Lion or is that for all of them? She's like, that's for all of them. And then like obviously when you're fighting with a customs officer, it's impossible, like you're gonna lose. And so it wasn't even worth mentioning that we actually travel full time and take this carry-on every single time. But it's fine. We've made it to the lounge. We're gonna have some breakfast because our flight actually leaves in about 2 hours. And then we're gonna get some rest because we are exhausted. We literally slept like 3 hours last night. Anyway, I'm gonna show you this lounge food. Some cereals, we've got some toast, we've got some delicious pudding chocolate thing, some assorted fried things, some sauces, some more cereal, I think. Whatever that is. I don't know what that is either. I think it's sweet potato. A nice assortment of teas, freshly ground coffee, which is so rare in Southeast Asia, so some teas, a really delicious wild Brazilian running loose through the buffet. And
so something that's a super rare occurrence is Annette enjoying a lot of caffeine. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of times where she drinks coffee and it wakes her up, but there are some times where the caffeine hits her like a brick wall and homegirl goes insane. Today's one of those days. Check it out. Before she gets back, something that happens with this little caffeine rage that she goes on is she doesn't notice really obvious things. So she's made the cappuccino. I have black coffee. I'm about to switch them, and I can almost with 99% certainty guarantee that as soon as she sits down, she's gonna pick up my coffee, start drinking it, and be like, why is this weird?
did you tell him that I wasn't gonna notice? Literally, I came over here and I swore at him in Spanish, telling him that he's a descarado, which means shameless sucker. And I switched my coffee back because this is the good one, instead of this like poop water that he has here. And so like 97% of the time I don't notice. But today I was really excited about my cappuccino. Like butter?
So I burnt the bread, and I don't feel like unwrapping another one because each one's individually wrapped. So we're just gonna soften it with a lot of butter. And plus, the butter here is something special. It's like sweet cream.
In case you're wondering how much butter, let me show you. Daniel.
Don't judge me.
We've got 1 full packet of butter, 2 full packets of butter.
Hey, there are 2 pieces of toast,
3
okay?
packets of water.
I never eat butter.
But when he does, he eats 3 full packets on 1 piece of toast.
It was on 2 pieces of toast. Let's make sure we're very clear about that.
Sure.
It's so burnt, I guess it cracked. Time to go board our flight.
We're walking all over the airport because it changed our gates.
Is that how you feel?
At the very last minute because we needed to get our steps in. We ate too much at the lounge.
Here we go. Time to check.
But we're boarding now. Bye! We made it! So guys, today was the first time we ever had to check a bag, and it wasn't even because of our bag, it was because they didn't allow a tripod. But
or our stabilizer.
Yeah, which is silly. I guess they thought that we were gonna like try to incur blunt force trauma to someone with our tripod.
Right.
And then videotape it because we're cynical. Anyway, if you guys want to learn how we manage to fly mostly carry-on, unless, you know, the lady doesn't want a tripod on her plane, go ahead and check out our blog post. We'll go ahead and link it below. Also means that, you guys, I love the feeling of being on an airplane. It makes me so excited because, like, you know that you're gonna go somewhere new and have an adventure.
Apabila tekanan di kabin berkurang secara tiba-tiba, masker oksigen akan keluar dari panel di atas Anda sehingga terjangkau. Tarik masker ke arah Anda, pasang menutupi mulut.
Literally like 6 minutes in the air, and now they're like, prepare for arrival.
Shortest flight ever, probably in Lombok. It's like a total of 25 minutes from the moment that you depart to the moment you are back on the ground.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's like a car ride.
Yeah.
In the air.
And that was the cheapest way to get to Lombok.
Daniel fighting with the backpack.
Right.
When you're the last one to leave the plane.
It wasn't worth rushing, everyone.
No. Ready?
Yep.
Last one's off. Bye! We made it to Lombok! This airport smells like someone smoked for years.
And then just all of a sudden quit.
And then started putting Febreze instead. That's actually exactly what it smells like. Isn't it? Anyway, trying to get through the smoky airport, grabbing our bags, and then I'm not too sure, actually.
Yeah, because we have like 5 hours before we need to be anywhere.
Yeah.
So we really don't know what to do.
So we're just gonna chill. We made it to a coffee shop that's right outside of the Lombok airport. So we got here, it's like 10 a.m. and I think our boat leaves like right around 5 for Gili, but it's also 2.5 hours away because the airport is on the opposite side of, I think it's called Baysar? I may be pronouncing that wrong, but the harbor that takes you to Gili. And so anyway, now we're gonna be waiting here. We're trying to figure out if the boat is actually operating. We literally walked out and then somebody was trying to tell us that like it wasn't operating, probably for us to like buy one of the tours. We're used to that stuff. But I obviously like want to make sure now, like I want to double check my steps because we don't want to make it all the way over there, 2.5 hours away in the area where the earthquake stuff happened and then be stuck there. So anyway, we're about to figure that out and then I'm gonna see what our next step is. I got some water. It's really expensive water, but it was good.
So we figured out what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it to the outside airport, catch a ride over to the ferry, and go from there because apparently this ferry leaves whenever it's full. It doesn't just like have a set time.
Yeah. And so we're gonna go get it. It smells delicious. It smells kind of like bread. Guys, it's super weird. I know this is like probably sounds super dumb, but looking at maps and seeing like, for example, like the Weather Channel showcasing something other than Florida, which is where we're from, is really weird to me. Or even, fun fact, when you travel on Facebook, you know, like that notifications world thing, the world changes depending on where you are geographically. So if you're in Florida, it showcases like a little Florida, and when you're in Southeast Asia, it showcases Southeast Asia. Anyway, fun fact.
Little tidbit.
Sorry.
Huh? Okay, look. Thank you.
Terima kasih.